The unseen shadows. The sun was setting, casting a warm golden glow over the living room. Emma sat cross-legged on the couch, her laptop balanced on her knees. She was typing away, her fingers flying across the keyboard as she chatted with her husband, Daniel, who was in the kitchen making dinner. Their playful banter filled the air, a comforting rhythm in their otherwise busy lives. "You know," Emma called out, her voice teasing, "if you keep cooking like this, I might just have to marry you all over again." Daniel laughed, his deep voice carrying through the open space. "Careful, him. You might spoil me with all these compliments." Emma grinned, her eyes still on the screen. She was editing a photo for her Instagram, a hobby she'd picked up recently. Photography had become her creative outlet, a way to capture the beauty she saw in the world. She loved sharing her work online, and her followers had grown steadily over the past few months. Emma grinned, her eyes still on the screen. She was editing a photo for her Instagram, a hobby she'd picked up recently. Photography had become her creative outlet, a way to capture the beauty she saw in the world. She loved sharing her work online, and her followers had grown steadily over the past few months. "It's beautiful," Daniel said, his tone genuine. "But are you sure you're comfortable sharing something like that? You know how people can be." Emma nodded. "I know, but it's art, right? I'm not ashamed of it." Daniel kissed the top of her head. "Then go for it. Just be careful, okay?" "Always," she replied, smiling up at him. The gathering. A few days later, Daniel invited his closest friends over for a game night. Emma was excited. She loved hosting, and it had been a while since they'd all gotten together. The house was filled with laughter, the clinking of glasses, and the occasional outburst of competitive banter over the board games. At one point, Daniel's best friend Jake pulled out his phone to show everyone a funny meme. As he scrolled through his gallery, Daniel caught a glimpse of something that made his blood run cold. It was a photo of Emma, one of the intimate self-portraits she'd taken. But this wasn't the artistic version she'd posted online. It was raw and filtered and private. Daniel's heart pounded in his chest. He tried to keep his expression neutral, but his mind was racing. How did Jake have that photo, and why? "Jake," Daniel said, his voice tight, "can I see your phone for a second?" Jake hesitated, his face flushing. Sure. What's up?" Daniel took the phone and quickly navigated to the photo. His stomach churned as he realized there were more dozens of them, all of Emma, all private. He felt a mix of anger, betrayal, and confusion. "Where did you get these?" Daniel demanded, his voice low but sharp enough to draw the attention of the others in the room. Jake looked like a deer caught in headlights. I don't know, man. Someone sent them to me. I thought they were just." "I didn't think." "You didn't think what?" Daniel snapped. "That these were private. That they weren't meant for you." Emma, who had been in the kitchen, walked in at that moment. "What's going on?" she asked, her smile fading as she took in the tense atmosphere. Daniel turned to her, holding up Jake's phone. "Do you know anything about this?" Emma's eyes widened as she saw the photos. "What the? How did those get there? I never sent those to anyone." The room fell silent, the weight of the situation settling over everyone. Jake looked mortified, Daniel was seething, and Emma was on the verge of tears. The truth unveiled. After the guests left, Daniel and Emma sat down to talk. The air between them was heavy, but they both knew they needed to get to the bottom of this. "Emma," Daniel began, his voice softer now, "I need to know the truth. Did you send those photos to someone?" "No," Emma exclaimed, her eyes filling with tears. "I would never do that. Those were for me, for us." "I don't know how Jake got them." Daniel believed her. He could see the sincerity in her eyes. But that only made the situation more confusing. If Emma hadn't sent them, how had they ended up on Jake's phone? Over the next few days, they pieced together what had happened. Emma's phone had been hacked months ago, and the hacker had stolen her private photos. They'd been circulating online, unbeknownst to her. Jake had received them from a mutual acquaintance who thought they were just fun to share. The revelation was devastating. Emma felt violated, her privacy stripped away. Daniel felt helpless, angry at the world for betraying the woman he loved. Rebuilding trust. The incident shook their relationship, but it also brought them closer. Daniel stood by Emma, supporting her as she navigated the emotional fallout. They reported the hack to the authorities and took steps to secure their online accounts. One evening, as they sat together on the couch, Emma leaned her head on Daniel's shoulder. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I never wanted to put you through this." Daniel wrapped his arm around her. "You didn't do anything wrong, Em. This isn't your fault. We'll get through it together." Emma nodded, tears streaming down her face. "I love you. I love you too," Daniel replied, kissing her forehead. Always. The aftermath. The experience changed them. Emma became more cautious about what she shared online, but she didn't let the incident dim her passion for photography. Daniel, meanwhile, became more protective but also more open about his feelings. As for Jake, their friendship was never the same. Daniel couldn't forgive him for not speaking up sooner, and Jake's guilt kept him at a distance. But through it all, Daniel and Emma's bond grew stronger. They learned that trust wasn't just about believing in each other, it was about standing together, even when the world tried to tear them apart. This story is a reminder of the importance of communication, trust, and resilience in relationships. It also highlights the dangers of digital privacy breaches and the need to be vigilant in protecting personal information. Let me know if you'd like to explore any specific themes or details further.